to the Cover 5 podcast. Week 1 recap, on to week 2. We got some continuity here. We were able to watch some football last week. Gentlemen, how are we feeling after a full football weekend?
Feeling wonderful. It was beautiful to be back on a Sunday afternoon, just watching the NFL, man. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, literally nothing better than getting the first weekend of NFL football back. I mean, it was glorious and in all of its entirety, and it did not disappoint. The whole weekend was awesome. So
Yeah, I mean, Scott Hansen got me going as he always does in Red Zone. I know going into the week there was a little bit of a storm cloud over the commercials, but they weren't so bad actually. So.
No, they weren't bad at all.
they said, I think I saw it was 60 seconds of total commercials through the 7 hours.
Yeah, no, that was like extremely tolerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of split on that because it's like I want to draw a line and say no commercials allowed, but also it didn't really bother me, so I'm torn.
That's real. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Aaron, what about you, man? How was football?
Oh no, it was great. Not doing anything, just sitting on the couch for 12 hours or 9 hours straight. Can't complain. I'll talk about it a little bit in the pod, but yeah, I took a lot of L's. Took a lot of L's or later on.
Word on the street is Aaron's ready today. Like he
locked in.
Yeah, Aaron's locked in, man. Aaron's taking no prisoners
himself.
on this podcast.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go game by game, and this is our first time doing it, so we're gonna see how time goes and keep it concise as possible. But we're also just guys being dudes talking about ball, and this is the whole reason we started this thing to begin with, so we can we talk about it anyways, so might as well record it and see if other people like to hear it. So I have the distinct pleasure / pain of my team starting on Thursday night, and Cowboys Eagles won 24-20. As I stepped away from this game, my expectations were so low with the offseason turmoil with Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons and just the train wreck that has been the Cowboys, that for us to be in the game, to hang in there and actually look like a good team on the road versus the defending champions, I'm as happy as I can be after a loss I think I've ever been. Maybe that's loser talk, but I genuinely feel like, hey, we pushed the defending champs. The first half and the second half were a totally different game, but we hung in there. The defense didn't look that bad, which I was most worried about. And Dak looked like his stat line wasn't crazy, but if you watch the game, Dak played well. CeeDee Lamb just didn't have arms, but he'll be back, and he's our best player. At least I hope so. I got a CeeDee Lamb jersey. I'm encouraged. I think after week 1, the Cowboys, I'm optimistic, and we got the Giants week 2, so we're going to be 1-1. So those are my thoughts on the Cowboys. What y'all think?
Yeah, I think the Cowboys, honestly, I was same exact reaction as you. I was thoroughly impressed. I thought the Cowboys were getting a little bit too much hate because Jerry is Jerry going into the season, but they were one pretty much fumble away and 3 or 4 CD drops from really winning that game. I don't know if that says more about the Cowboys or the Eagles, but I was very impressed with Dak.
Yeah, same here. Honestly, the Eagles, that secondary, Adoree Jackson, I mean, he looked horrible. Matt, as a Chiefs fan, you should be
Can't wait
excited that you get to play them this upcoming week. But yeah, I mean, Dak, honestly, I felt like he played great. He did like basically all the things that he possibly could do to make the Cowboys win. The defense didn't look that bad, although I would say they didn't do a good job of ending drives. I felt like the Eagles could pretty methodically march down the field. But yeah, if I were a Cowboys fan, I would walk away from that game feeling better than I would have expected to going into the season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. What was that?
I was just gonna say no one could have scripted that game starting the way it did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, torn like patella by the Eagles linebacker, and then Jalen Carter gets ejected before the game even starts. That was
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, because I have Dak on my fantasy team, so I'm the biggest Cowboys hater. But but he did play good. He got me 7 fantasy points, so that was bad. But overall, I'll give the Cowboys a little bit of credit. But yeah, no, I think they'll be okay this season based off that performance. So
For sure.
obviously no
I think
complaints.
the Eagles would be good too.
Yeah, they will.
All right, well, let's move it along. We got now Matthew's on the hot seat.
Aaron.
for,
Oh, Chiefs. Oh boy.
yeah. How did you forget already?
I forgot. No, I wanted to skip over the Chiefs. That's why. I was ready to go to segment 2, fellas. Yeah. So Chiefs, Chargers, Friday night, Sao Paulo, Brazil. That night, I gotta be honest, I was struggling. I was fuming. I was fuming a little bit even into the morning, until my Missouri Tigers beat those fake Chicken Hawks in Kansas. But that's for another pod. But I was a little worried. I got to be honest. Xavier Worthy going down. My immediate thought was not this again. I can't do this again, man. I just can't go through 0 wide receivers for another season. This is awful.
Both are friendly fire, to be fair.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
true.
Rasheed Rice torn ACL was great point. Rasheed Rice was torn ACL from Mahomes' shoulder pad. This one was Travis Kelce running over Xavier Worthy. Spatial awareness, fellas. What are we doing? But as I had time to think over it, I feel good about the offense. Actually, it's from what the reports seem that Worthy dodged a bit of a bullet, and might actually even play this week. And honestly, Mahomes looked like Superman. I know, Chris Collins was, oh, guys. Yeah, no, I'm going to be that. He was amazing. That parallel pass. He was doing Superman things out there. But the defense, I don't know. So Spags, he doesn't like to play defense for real until after Halloween. So that's the solace I'm giving myself. But there was just no pass rush. And Justin Herbert was just finding dudes wide open downfield. So that's the thing that has me the most nervous right now. But yeah.
So Matt, do you think
Roast
that
me.
Travis Kelce took Worthy out on purpose because Taylor Swift was celebrating when Worthy got drafted?
No.
Okay.
But I did see
Had
that
to
video.
ask.
And that was
Had to ask
hilarious.
because it's floating out there on the internet
The
web.
streets are saying, I don't
Yeah,
know.
just saying.
Yeah, that was hilarious, that video. But yeah. Yeah, what else? Roast me, guys. I know everybody loves to hate on when the Chiefs lose.
No,
Nah,
I was gonna say, the refs, they're not on y'all side yet this year.
Well,
yet,
that's because they haven't got the human sacrifice. Last
Wow.
year they got the Rashee Rice human sacrifice. This year they got on top of it early with the Xavier Worthy human sacrifice.
good point.
Week 2,
Yeah.
this is a 16-1 season written in blood, buddy. Like we're not it's over.
Yeah. Also, Aaron, the game was played in Brazil. So it's a different country. The refs down there don't really get
International waters.
That's definitely how it
connection
works.
Doesn't work the same down there.
Yeah.
That was a bad missed call at the end, though. I will say
It was.
it was terrible.
That holding, is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah, but all credit to the Chargers. The Chargers look good.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Harbaugh finally let Justin Herbert be Justin Herbert and not hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins.
And Grant, I mean, it's just like you told me, Quentin Johnson and CeeDee Lamb switched bodies.
Yeah, they freaky Friday.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb dropped everything. Quentin Johnson, they're like,
it makes
the poor
so much
people are
sense now.
Brazil. Yeah, they said the poor people are Brazil, or everybody's gonna have Quentin Johnson jerseys in Brazil, thinking he's like the Randy Moss or Jerry Rice, like those poor guys.
Yeah, but honestly, Matt, I mean, I would love it to roast you, but the Chiefs, I think you guys are going to be fine. My opinion is the exact same as yours. I think the offense is going to be really good because Mahomes, Andy Reid, there's just a certain floor that you guys aren't going to be under. But yeah, the defense, as a Broncos fan and a Chiefs, not hater, but not a Chiefs fan.
I get it.
Yeah, the pass rush was non-existent. The coverage was not good. I think Jalen Watson got banged up, which obviously isn't great either. So the cornerback depth is looking a little iffy there. So yeah, I mean, the Chiefs defense, I think, is my takeaway from that game that I think actually has some staying power, because I feel like week 1 you never really know what's real and what's fake. But that's the one thing from that game. Looking at the Chiefs that I think has a chance to actually be somewhat of a theme of y'all's season.
For sure. Pass rush is terrifying right now.
I think the Chargers could be legit too. Like
Honestly,
they're good.
I think that was Herbert's best game he's ever played in his life. Honestly, and I'm not just saying that as a hater. I really think it was.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs played a C- game. The Chargers played about an A, maybe even A+ game, and the Chiefs still had a chance at the end. So that's the positive spin zone I'm telling myself right now. That's how I sleep at night.
Yeah. That's what Matthew's Twitter timeline is telling him.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's my For You tab.
That's for you, Ted. Yeah. All right, boys. So now we go on to some a little bit of I don't know. Here's a stat for you guys. In the Sunday games, when red zone comes on, when it's peak football there. Do you guys know how many of those games went under versus over?
Oh,
I believe
like there's like
13,
2 that were over.
13 went under, right?
Really?
So
Wow.
every game in if you're Central Time,
3 and 6.
3 p.m. slot,
Yeah. Wow.
except the Steelers Jets game went under.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only one that went
Wow.
over. Obviously,
Wow.
the night game,
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football, and then Monday night went over too. But everything else went under.
Yeah.
That's
Dang, yeah,
crazy.
that's week 1 for you.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
And still, the witching hour was electric. It was great
It
football.
was so good.
It was. Yeah, that Steelers 60-yard field goal had me feeling things because I was feeling worried my first parlay pick of the season was going to fail you guys, but Chris Boswell had a plan for me, thankfully.
Oh man.
In the league. So let's go there. Steelers Jets, probably the most exciting game in the early slate there. Well, what are some takeaways from that?
Bro, Justin Fields actually kind of surprised me a little bit. I didn't think he was gonna do that good. Like he went toe to toe, I feel, with Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers plays good too. Didn't expect him to do that, but yeah, no, both quarterbacks I think surprised me a little bit throughout those games.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that game had 9-6 written like all over it, but the Jets offense honestly looked dynamic. I feel like building their whole offense around Justin Fields, he has very obvious weaknesses, but I think he also has pretty obvious strengths. So I think a team just completely like leaning in on that and building around the running game. I saw that Justin Fields for his third down, his average third down was 3rd and 4, so he was in 3rd and short like the whole game, which is really good for him. Stayed away from obvious passing situations. And yeah, Breece Hall honestly looked great. Braylon Allen. So if they can have that kind of game script every game, I honestly think they can be competitive in just about every game this season. And then the Steelers, yeah, Rodgers, 4 touchdowns. I'm taking that with a little bit of a grain of salt because it's the first game of the year. I need to see Aaron Rodgers sustain this for a little bit longer before I'm ready to say, oh, the Steelers are a real threat in the AFC or anything like that. But yeah, it was a very entertaining game.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. But it's at the end of the day, all of this is judging off of week 1, and I feel like this is a matchup of like your 7-win, 6-win teams, where it's like these games are going to be competitive. It's impressive they score that many points, but it's like, are we seeing a Steelers defense that is actually bad, or are we seeing a Justin Fields that's good? I would like to think that the Steelers defense is just actually bad, which is hard to normally you're thinking the Steelers defense is absolutely locked down. There's no flaws, but it's like, I'm having a more hard time believe that Justin Fields rounded them up for like 30 plus points is my issue.
I agree. I think we'll look back at this game and they're just 2 5 and 12 teams.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was a fun game. I had Jets money line for a long time and that did not hit. That was
He was fading the pod. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, Brett. Yeah. Wow. So you picked
going against the pod.
But it was the hedge.
No hedges allowed.
Yeah.
No, I had to.
No cash out, no hedges.
Brett probably had private bets that were against every single thing that we picked.
So my Sundays are like, it's like an algorithm in my head of all the things happening. Like there's that meme where he's like going crazy.
Oh yeah.
Connected. Like that's me on Sunday. Like there's so many different things happening, like fantasy, betting, all the different chats, like our parlays. It's crazy. And they say men can't multitask. On Sundays they can. All right, let's go on to the next one. Grant, we're gonna give you your red meat here. How did your boys look this week? How you feel about them?
They did good. I was glad to see Debo be as involved as he was. Yeah, like I was glad to see him not be horrible. Jaden, he didn't play great passing the ball. He ran fantastically. Passing was like he missed Terry on an open shot, and then the bad throw out of the back of the end zone at the end of the half causes us to not walk away with no points when we should have had 3 or 7. And so little mistakes like that. Defense is what I'm like super impressed about. I'm caveating that with the Giants O-line is bad, but compared to last year when we had like an absolutely horrible defense, it didn't matter who we played, we weren't getting pressure on the quarterback. We weren't getting tackle for losses. And so it's like I can see Dan Quinn's finally getting through on the defense. And I'm really excited about Trey Amos and Bill. Big beautiful Bill at running back. Bill was the highest rated running back this week. Caveat that's PPR. But or not PPR. What is that? What are they called?
PFF.
What?
PFF.
Yeah, PFF rated him the highest rated running back. He was awesome. Trey Amos got some great. He was our corner we drafted this year. He got like 2 deflections off of Malik Neighbors. So I'm excited to see like the young guys stepping up. Jaden, it was just like if this is an off game for him, especially going against like that's a tough D line too. I think it's the best D line core in the NFL. I don't think there's a better 4 guys lining up every single play. And so I was glad to see our O-line, like Jaden had all day to throw. And if not, he's buying himself time. He still made great throws. We had great depth. Like, I think the Giants are underrated in the sense I think they'll be in like a lot of games. So I'm not tuning them out. Russell Wilson's horrible. They need to put in Jackson Dart, though, is my only thing. Like, I think it's like if Brian Dable wants to have a job, Jackson Dart would be the starter by week 3 and hope that he's good at football. Like that's his only hope. So that was the only caveat. There's a lot of caveats when you play the Giants, but overall, I was like, this. It was a solid game. We had a lot of mistakes, and we still won convincingly. Like in the second quarter, I was like, if we lose this, it'll be unfortunate, but there's no way. Like I thought we had the game in the bag then, even though the score we weren't blowing them out by 3+ touchdowns or anything. I just felt like we had the game sealed. And we didn't play like last year. Commanders would go for it every 4th down. We were punting, taking field goals. It was like if that was the vibe of everybody. It was like we've got this in the bag. Just don't lose the game, rather than our normal cadence of we got to come back and win the game. That was last year. So I loved it. It was awesome. It was stress-free almost.
Valid. Real quick about PFF with Bill. There's something wrong with their metrics because they rated Sam Darnold higher than Josh Allen and Justin Herbert this week. So
Yeah.
I don't know what metrics they use, but it makes me just want to throw them in the trash. Because any metric that tells you that Sam Darnold played better than Josh Allen and Justin Herbert this week, I'm sorry.
I thought that was the QBR. I thought that was QBR that did that.
Maybe it was. I thought I saw PFF, but QBR, PFF.
Same tomato tomato.
That I'm sorry, just it's bad. Yeah, with the Giants Commanders game, I didn't watch any of it, just whatever came on Red Zone. So lead with that. I felt like Jaden looked in control the whole time. The Giants, though, their offense to me just looked borderline like incompetent. Like there was a sequence where they were like on the goal line and they had 4 chances, and then there was a penalty, so they got 4 more chances. Still didn't score a touchdown. So
which is like is a testament to our defense. Last year they would have scored on first down the first time. And so it's like I was like, oh my gosh, we just got 8 straight stops in a row, and 2 of them were trick plays, and we actually defended them. Nobody was wide open. I was like, this is night and day difference this year compared to last year.
No, that's fair. Yeah, for me, just week 1, I feel like I'm going to say this so many times in this podcast. I feel like the theme of week 1 is you just don't know what is real and what's not. And you don't know if, was it the Commanders defense being great, or is it Russell Wilson, 36 years old, and he shouldn't be playing football anymore?
100%. I think it's both. And then the real test will be Thursday Night Football against the Packers.
For sure. So, we don't have to wait long to find out. But
if I'm Roger Goodell, I propose a rule that if 99% of your fan base can vote, so it's not unanimous, but pretty much everyone, that you want to change of QB, then you have to change the quarterback. Because I would love sure if that happened, we would not be seeing Russell Wilson in week 2. Because
we wouldn't.
No one wants that. Giants.
Any of them. You can put Jackson Dart or Jameis Winston. I think any Giants fan would be fine with either one. Just anybody. Like we know what Russ is for the last 4 years. We're good on Russ.
I see Russ. It's sad. Just sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
True. But to Russ's defense,
Oh,
because
no.
like I said, red zone the game was like never on.
really,
But
I had it play. I had red zone and then the Commanders game, so it was just
every time I saw them hike the ball, I felt like Russ was running for his life. So, I mean, to that point, to his defense, a little bit. I mean, they got to give him at least 3 seconds or something. But yeah.
But that's
But that's what I
valid.
was saying. Like, I don't know if that's the terrible Giants O line or like if it's De'Aaron Payne's contract year. He did it his last contract year. He played amazing,
For
and
sure.
then we got some other guys, and so it's like I don't know which one is. It might be a combination of both. Like we might be better, and the Giants O line is just the worst in the league. So it's probably a combination.
Week 1, we'll see. Well,
Yeah.
Aaron, we're going on to your team.
All right,
Patriots,
No,
Raiders.
all right, y'all.
it was Patriots too? Raiders, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, we played terrible. It's like our offense was full of Petey Joneses, and our defense had Allen, like a whole bunch of Allens out there from Remember the Titans. That's how bad it was. And then, I mean, Brock Bowers before he got hurt later on in the game. We were getting tore up. So I say all of this to say that I don't think I said we're winning 10 to 12. And again, it is week 1. David's been saying that, but yeah, our defense was so bad. Our offense was okay. We ran the ball a total, like we handed it off to our running backs a total of 11 times. So I think we need to establish a running game. Drake May played good. He played okay. I mean, 287, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Bad
But
interception.
I think overall, just from what I saw, I wasn't happy at all. David will testify. I mean, I was sitting there just sick to my stomach the whole game.
Did you guys
But,
watch the games together?
Yeah, we did. This past Sunday, we watched everything except for the Sunday night one.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm hoping it gets better. There were a whole bunch of teams that looked terrible, and kickers were bad. Kickers were so bad yesterday. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, I think overall, I'm hoping we will be okay. But we'll see. Only time will tell.
I think y'all will. I mean, that was my coach of the year pick was Pete Carroll. I think they're severely underrated. Like,
Agreed.
I think the Raiders are really, really good this year, and I don't think it's a knock on the Patriots. I think it's more of a like congratulations to the Raiders. Like y'all are an underdog team this year, like almost like the Commanders of last year, like a team nobody saw coming, and it's going to win 12 games and make a run.
They didn't run the ball well. Gentry only had 38 yards, but like I said, Bowers had 103, Myers had 97, 8 receptions, 5%. I mean, they were just, I'm telling you, it's like Moses part of the Red Sea, and our defense never came back. So, but like I said,
did you see that stat about Gentry? It was like he averaged like, I don't remember what it was. I'm just gonna make something up, but it was like he averaged like 3.3 yards per carry. He averaged like 4.5 yards after contact.
Oh wow.
Dang.
So like on average, he's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage and running the extra. I was like, yeah.
So
nice. Well, we'll start going a little quicker through these next ones. But this was surprising result, some may say. Dolphins 8, Colts 33 was never a game.
Wasn't surprising to me. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I was the only one that picked that on the weekly pick'em. I had the Colts.
True.
I did not know they were gonna drop 33, but the vibes in Miami were just all-time bad all off season. Just hearing horrible things about Tyreek Hill, his attitude, how Tua was looking, all of it. And then the Colts, I know people rag on Daniel Jones. I don't think he's good, but I think anytime a coach, Shane Steichen, I think is a good offensive coach. And if he is going to like put his neck out there for a quarterback that's as average as Daniel Jones, it's just like, all right, I just need competent. I need to know if I dial up the right play, you're just going to throw it to who I want you to throw it to. I don't want the extra stuff with Anthony Richardson. He does something amazing, but then he might take a 30-yard sack next play. He just wants like competency. When I see that, I feel like, all right, that team's probably going to win at least like 9 to 10 games just because the coach is willing to stake his job on that. And the Colts, low key, in my opinion, have like decent weapons, especially now that they have Warren. So I didn't see 33-8 happening, but I had a pretty good feeling that the Colts were going to win that game.
I think this game is the team that we're gonna look back at and 6 weeks from now and be like, wow, we believed in Daniel Dimes again.
Yeah,
I just
like the Saints last year. The Saints dropped
yeah,
like
exactly.
40
That's
points
what
2 weeks in a row
yeah.
last year, and then were horrible.
Yeah, I just don't see it, man. I've seen Daniel Jones too much. I agree he's not like the worst quarterback in NFL history. But yeah, I just think this is gonna be the classic team that we look back and like people will start believing in them, and we start believing in this team.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we should fast forward this game. That's about it.
Broncos.
All right. Let's
Broncos
go
time.
next. We'll go quick again here. Panthers, Jags. Jaguars won 26 to
Jags
10.
look good. My Super Bowl pick. They look
And
good.
next.
They're forcing it to Travis Hunter, and they didn't even
Yeah.
get BTJ involved. Defense looks solid. Bryce Young looks horrible. there
Panthers
you go.
Packs.
I
Sorry.
think that's a great
ETN
recap. That's all we need right
Yeah,
there.
that's all we need. Let's move. You know
ETN's
what?
awesome. So
Yeah, my thought is I wish that lightning thing had lasted the whole game. I was good on that game after like
Yeah,
5 minutes. I was like, I don't need to see anymore.
Well,
like whenever it came back, I was like, get this off red
Yeah,
zone.
I was like, please,
Yeah.
just take this game away.
Yeah, I feel like it was over way before the lightning.
sim
delay.
to
Like,
end.
It just felt
Yeah.
over. Bryce Young, everybody bought into him. I'm completely off. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done. So
All right,
that.
Bengals, Browns.
Bengals should have lost.
Terrible. They should have.
Miles Garrett almost won that game by himself.
He did.
3 straight sacks.
Yeah.
A sequence
also,
there.
Shout out Broncos legend Jerry Jeudy dropping the ball and leading to an interception.
I mean, Joe Flacco had he had 2 picks, and both of them were like,
Yeah, it was like the receiver
both
like
of them were,
adding
the
it up.
receiver caught them and just like, here you go.
Volleyball. Yep.
You want an interception today?
Yep.
Like if they just didn't have interceptions, they win this game.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati defense is horrible.
Yep.
Browns offense is horrible. The Bengals are going to do the same thing they did last year. They just got lucky and got to play the Browns week 1, but they're going to end up fighting for a playoff spot at the end. It's going to be the same exact thing as last year. They looked horrible. They did not look good at all.
Yeah. My one comment is serves the kicker right for spelling his last name weird. If he was just spell it like a regular Schmidt, I know mine's even kind of weird too.
Like,
But whatever his
like
is,
a Y and a Z in there for no
Yeah.
reason.
What are we doing?
he's a fake
Yeah.
Schmidt. He's a bad kicker. That's what
Yeah.
he deserves.
Agreed.
This is a fun game. Bucks Falcons. Bucks 23, Falcons 20.
Hey,
My
drafted
thoughts
him.
on that game are the Falcons need like an exorcism on their franchise.
Dog.
They invent the most brutal ways to lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
All at home
My
too.
thoughts. Also, shout out to Emeka Egbuka. He's on my fantasy team. So
Yes.
2 touchdowns.
I was high on him, but bro, I was gonna say you picked Michael Penix looked good. You picked him up in fantasy this year in our league, and he impressed me. He was good. He was solid. But I'm telling you, man, Young Wei Koo kickers, man. I don't know what's wrong with them, but you have one job: is to make field goals. Anything
Yeah.
45 in should be automatic.
Yeah.
And-
Hey. Also, the Falcons signed a different kicker, and so they're gonna have a kicking
Did they really?
battle. Yeah, this week.
Dang. Well,
Young Ho out of here, man. That's crazy.
but he's actually good though. I don't know what's wrong with him though.
I liked Penix a lot, and I'm low on the Bucks. Like I thought they should have won that game more convincingly. Their offense just didn't look that great. I'm just not a big fan of Baker in the first place as well. I'm a hater, but yeah, I don't think people were giving them and the Broncos like Super Bowl favorite, like trying to sneak them into the sleeper conversation, but
easy.
I don't see them doing that.
Easy on my codes, brother.
Yeah, we'll get to
Respect
them.
my
a little-
codes.
Oh, they look-
I got a lot to say about the Broncos.
We'll get there. Yeah.
They lost me
Alright.
so much money.
Totally. All right, so let's describe this next game in one sentence if we can. Just go as quickly as possible. Each get one sentence for the Cardinals and Saints. Cardinals 20, Saints 13. You get one sentence.
Here's mine. Don't care.
I love it.
2 words.
Yeah, I'm
All
thinking-
right, good segment. On to the next.
Mediocre off.
It's
Mediocre.
There was no excitement in that game. I will say that. Just, yeah.
Wonderful sentence.
I might need to edit this and then have that spelled out. There was no excitement in that game. I will say that.
There's nothing to
Mine's
say.
just could have done without it.
Yeah,
Yep.
whatever.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I don't even have a sentence. I like what Matt said. Just a mediocre off.
Yeah, just give it a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Glad the Cardinals covered. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That was the
Shout
only
out our
stressful
bet.
part. Needing them to cover.
it. Niners Seahawks. Interesting game. What do we think about that?
Good game.
Uh,
The
CMC
Niners
will
need to
do it.
fire their team doctor because somehow their whole
Yes.
team's injured again after week 1.
They're like the most injured team for like the last 10
I
years.
know,
That
but
guy's
hey, it's funny because they just
Mm.
promoted their athletic trainer and he's like overseeing like their whole like medical thing now. And Kittle's out, Purdy's injured, Jennings is hurt again. I just don't understand how this happens to them every year.
Fred Warner got hurt.
Yeah, it's just like really
I
bizarre.
think it's just the weather's so nice they don't care about playing football. They're like, wait, I can get millions of dollars and just go sit outside and in California. Like
Maybe,
might as
honestly.
well.
I don't know what it is. But with the game itself, honestly, I felt like the Seahawks should have won that.
Yeah.
McDonald should have went for that 4th down. I feel like you get burned consistently for being conservative like that.
Yep.
So, the Niners march right down the field, touchdown, game over. But I can't figure out the Seahawks running back room. I have both of them in fantasy. So if any of you guys want them, they're both on my bench right now. They're a package deal. So.
Also, Tariq Woolen allowed himself to get mossed by
Ricky Pearsall.
I don't even know who the guy. Yeah, a guy that has 2 bullet holes in his chest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you should never let somebody moss you that has bullet holes in their chest. So that was disgusting.
It's a good rule to live by.
It was the tight end that mossed him, right? For the touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a tight
Oh,
end. that
sorry.
mossed
Yeah,
him.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
like the 3rd string tight end. It was the
Jake
name
Tongs,
Andres?
I think.
Yeah, it was like some
Tonsils?
rand bob that went up
Yeah.
and snagged it off of like supposedly a top 5 corner in the league.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out on the Seahawks. So that's my rest of the talk on the season on them.
I do think the Seahawks have a sneaky good defense, though. So they'll
Me
be in
too.
a lot of games.
Very
Yeah.
underrated defense with the good defensive play caller.
Again, I mean it's the same situation that Sam Darnold was in last year. You have a fantastic defense, but then you have Sam Darnold at quarterback.
Yeah,
And
and this time he doesn't have Justin Jefferson.
you
And
got
or
JSN.
KOC.
Yeah,
JOC.
KOC. Kevin
Oh,
O'Connell.
KOC.
JLC, man.
Yeah.
Jesus, obvious Christ. JLC.
All right, we'll go to the afternoon slate. David, Titans, Coes. How you feeling?
Okay, thank you. All right, so first, I need to give some respect to Cam Ward. His stats won't show it. He played very well. He really, really did. He was making really impressive decisions, really good throws. Felt like he handled the pressure well in general, but his receivers were dropping the ball. But okay, my real thoughts. All right, Aaron can attest. He was sitting right next to me. I was miserable for like 98% of that game because Bo Nix looked horrible, and I was having this battle within myself because I was like, all right, he just threw 29 touchdowns last year. We got to the playoffs, which is like by any metric a good rookie season. So I'm expecting to see progress, right? But sneakily in preseason, from what I saw from him, I didn't like it. So I was kind of feeling uneasy. And then he played the way that he played, and I was like, man, Sean Payton, guys, I honestly don't know what Sean Payton was thinking. That 4th and 8, when he went for that and we threw it, I was like, we need to fire him like now. Like I don't know like what happened to him. So many things were going through my mind because he's been talking all off season, which I don't love. Bo Nix next year going to be a top 5 quarterback, could be like he's my handpicked guy, blah, blah, blah. He loves them, right? Which is good. It's good for the coach to love the quarterback. But I didn't love all the preseason talk that he was doing about Bo Nix and the team in general. I feel like it does nothing but increase the pressure on everybody. I felt like he was going out of his way to like try and prove himself right. Bo Nix threw the ball 40 times, which we did not need to do. He should have thrown it like 25 times. We should have ran the ball a lot more. It was just weird, but that's how I felt during the game. It's been 2 days. I had some time to think about it. Now that I'm in a more stable mental condition, my emotions aren't super high. Aaron's not right next to me making fun of me, right? I was able to think about it a little bit more. And so, yeah, Bo looked bad. I'm not panicking on him yet. What I'll say about Bo Nix is if he plays like this again against the Colts on Sunday, I'll be at a 7 on the panic meter. And then if he plays like this again week 3 against the Chargers, I'll be at a 10. But right now, I'm at a 4. Because actually the first like 10 minutes of the game, he was doing pretty good. And then he threw that crossbody pick to court when he was trying to get Cortland Sutton, and then it went downhill from there. Now, on the positive note, Grant, you were right about our defense because our offense put them in horrible positions the entire game. The Titans didn't score a touchdown. Our punter, a punt returner, Marvin Mims, he muffed a punt on our 25-yard line in the fourth quarter. We're up 12-10. The Titans could have ran it 3 times and kicked a field goal to go up by 1. Our defense sacked Cam Ward twice. They started that drive on the 25. They finished at midfield. So our defense like balled out of control. So my overall thoughts on the Broncos are I'm happy to be 1-0 because weirdly with Sean Payton, he has a thing where his team in September, and this is what the Saints do. His record in September as a coach, Saints and Broncos, 27-26. So he's like a 500 coach in the month of September. If you take the month of September out for his whole career, his win percentage is 64%. So he's a much better coach October, November, December. There could be a lot of different reasons for that. One of them, I think, Sean Payton, he has very wordy play calls. They're like 15 words long. And something that I don't love about him, it's like a strength and a weakness. He has the most like personnel groupings out of like anybody. And he does like hockey line subs after literally every play. So first down, it'll be like 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. And then second down, it's 4 receivers. And then third down, it's something completely different. So it makes it really difficult for anybody to get in any kind of rhythm. And in the game on Sunday, Bo Nix was yelling at him, like, let's go, because we got a penalty for a delay of game because it was taking too long to get everybody in and out. And then we have a 30-word play call and it's just too much going on. So he always gets off to a slow start, takes people a second to get things under control. And then October, November, December, steadily get better and better and better. So I know I've gone on a little bit of a rant, but I've spent a lot of time thinking about this the past couple of days. And so I am not worried about the Broncos because I think our defense affords us such a high floor. I think that we will be in basically every game that we play. And I have confidence that as the season goes on, Sean and Bo will coalesce better. Granted, that is not how I wanted the season to start, and our offense looked horrible, but thanks to our defense. So
Yeah, I mean it's good to start off the year 1-0 after like a horrible performance from your quarterback. My only concern is your defense is good, right? Great. I think it's probably the best defense. You guys probably had one of the top 5 defense last year, and you still got blown out week 1 in the playoffs to the Bills. So I'm like, what do you see going forward? Like Bo Nix, that was absolutely horrible. Like he played horribly. That has nothing to do with like play calling or the length of the play call. Like he threw absolute Stevie balls and got strip sacked, like on something he shouldn't have been. And I was just like, I was not convinced in the slightest that he played good at all. I was just like,
that's fair.
I think the offense needs to make a considerable jump forward to like be slightly contending in the playoffs.
That's fair. So with the fumble thing, that's not something that he makes a habit of. That's the first fumble he's lost since he was at Auburn. So he's gone 3 calendar years without losing a fumble. So he's pretty good with the turnovers. The interceptions, I have no excuse for that. They were just bad decisions. But yeah, the defense, I mean, Dre Greenlaw didn't play. He's going to be big for us. He's supposed to play this Sunday. The Bills, I mean, they just ran it down our throat. Our linebacker play was really weak last year. Greenlaw's going to help that. And so to me, it's just the margins in the NFL between a good game and a bad game are really like narrow. In our first drive this past Sunday against the Titans, we had a screen to the running back. If you watch it, if he catches it, it's a touchdown, but he dropped it. So, we kick a field goal. Things like that add up. The Bills, Sutton dropped a lot of passes. Honestly, I will be ready to give a full comprehensive view on the Broncos by like mid-October. I just need to see what our defense looks like with Greenlaw. I need to see Sean Payton and Bo when they get their heads together. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. If Bo shows any sense of like game manager, general, like don't turn the ball over, I think y'all will be fine.
And what makes me feel good is he did that last year. Like 12 interceptions for a rookie isn't horrible. Like he took care of the ball like generally well last year. So yeah, but I'm gonna stop talking. I've talked too much about the Broncos already. Although wait, Matt, I want to know your thoughts though.
Yeah. I think you guys need to get RJ Harvey the ball more. From the moments I saw, he looked electric out there. I think Bo Nix did his best Mac Jones impersonation last week. I think there's a lot of similarities. I know you hate to hear that.
I saw that propaganda. Oh,
Yes.
it's sick.
Yes. The taking the hater hat off though, I think that in the NFL growth is not linear, and we need to remember that. And I agree with you. 6 weeks from now, we'll be able to really know who Bo Nix is compared to just week one. Because to his credit, he had a great year last year, and I think honestly a lot of the negative hype he gets is all the way back from when he was at Auburn, and he had 2 years at Oregon to kind of overcome that. So. But I honestly I've been low on the Broncos. I would place the Raiders above the Broncos personally, and that's mainly because of Bo Nix, though.
That's fair.
Because I'm so low.
I'm making a pact with myself and you guys. I'm not
Yeah.
defending Bo Nix for at least 3 weeks, and I'm in show me mode with Bo Nix.
Okay.
I'm
There
going
we
to
go.
shut up. I'm not going
Yeah.
to defend him, and he's going to play how he's going to play. Now the
Yeah.
defense, I am going to defend because I love those.
Yes.
But Bo needs to win me back.
No, he just needs to settle down. I think he just looked rushed, and he was throwing extra. I don't know what he was
Hey,
doing.
throwing
but
like 100 miles per hour for no reason.
yeah, he was. And Matt, you're right. RJ Harvey, he had 10 less touches than J.K. Dobbins and had more yards than him.
Yeah.
So you're right on that one.
Look, a win's a win in the NFL.
Yep.
All right,
Mhm.
we're gonna go quick through these next two, okay? And then we get to the last two night games of the week. Lions Packers, big game, a lot of fanfare. Kind of boring. Packers blew them out. What do we think?
It was not exciting at all. Lions seem like they need Ben Johnson and need Aaron Glenn.
Mhm.
The Packers looked as advertised, pretty much sums that one up. It's like I don't know what the Lions will be. I don't know if the Lions are bad because they lost their coordinators, and I don't know if the Packers are really good, or that's one of those games where it's like you don't know who's good or bad in that situation.
Yeah.
That's my worry, is like betting on either one of these teams. Well, I'm obviously going to bet against the Packers on Thursday, but betting against the Lions next week, like I don't know if I can do that. I don't know what they are. When you lose both coordinators, it's tough.
Yep.
I agree.
I can see the Lions blowing out the Bears next week, and we being like, Lions are back. And then our conclusion is Packers are just really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gibbs had
Unless the
10
Commanders
catches.
beat the Packers, then it's Commanders are Super Bowl favorites by Friday night. So
It's true. And I was gonna say Gibbs had 10 catches for like 33 yards, which was the fewest receiving yards on that many receptions in NFL history.
yeah, that's crazy.
All right, Texans Rams. Rams 14, Texans 9. Another
Yes.
Another mediocre game. Like
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
The afternoon slate had so much promise, and it just wasn't that great. I think Texans O-line, horrible. Rams defense, great. That's about it. Like CJ Stroud, how do you have Emmanuel Forbes guarding you and you don't catch the ball more than 3 times? Like Emmanuel Forbes is absolutely horrible, and he clamped up Nico Collins. When he guarded AJ Brown a year ago, he gave up 12 catches for 180 yards. So what are we doing here? Like you have to get your guys the ball. Makes no sense. I don't know what the Texans.
You were really low on the Texans, and that's looking good so far.
Mhm.
Through 1 week again.
Yeah, my team draft's looking rough, guys. I've looked at that about 10 times since Sunday.
We
Had a
make
lot of
trades.
regrets. A lot of regrets.
Thoroughly. All right, here's the fun game. The one that everyone's talking about, had the internet on fire. Bills 41, Ravens 40. Gentlemen, that was is it hyperbole to say that we just watched the game of the season in week 1?
nope. I was gonna say
Yes, it is, because Titans Broncos exists.
nah, that was a great game.
It's not.
Yeah, I think it's compared to like the Chiefs Rams 54-50 game, like whatever that final score was. Like it was that good. It was just like even when the Bills were down, it didn't seem like they were out of it. Even when there was 5 minutes left, down 14, it's like they still have a chance. And it was just back and forth. Like it was just great football. My only thing is I don't know. I know he said that Lamar was like cramping or something. The Ravens should have went for it on the 4th down.
Oh,
like
yes.
Like Josh Allen threw for he was like the 3rd highest most passing yards in the 4th quarter, and you're just gonna let him continue that streak on. It's sickening. They should have just went for it and then died by the sword. You would have had time at the end. Like, I don't know why they did that, but it was
If
a
I'm
great
John
game.
Harbaugh,
Absolutely loved it.
if I'm John Harbaugh, especially in that game playing against Josh Allen, but like unless it's fourth and more than 8 and you're on your own side of the field, it's automatic go for it. I mean, you have Lamar and Derrick Henry. Like it's unreal how they blew that game. Like I know the Bills,
Especially when it's for the game too.
yeah, exactly. But put the game in the hands of your best player.
Yep.
My MVP pick for the year, Lamar Jackson, like crazy. I can't believe they lost that game.
Yeah, no,
He had a little bit of luck with that like tip pass to Keon Coleman in the back of the end zone.
true.
And
Yeah.
then it was funny. I was talking with my dad. Shout out my dad. He hates what's the commentator's name? Chris Collinsworth or
Oh,
when my dad brought up when James Cook caught that ball and like ran like forever. He said that was all Josh Allen. And
yeah, I was like, no, Josh Allen threw it 2 yards. James Cook had it like 50
I
yards.
was like, he read the offense and then he like redirected it and then did the whole thing behind his back and like pointed one way, but it was James Cook.
I don't know, but overall, yeah, that was a great game. I'd argue game of the year, but we'll see. We'll see how the other games turn out.
Now, I mean, Matt, you're not gonna like this, but my Josh Allen is the best player in the league take is looking pretty good right now.
just looking decent. I gotta say, I have an issue with the graphics of I think it was DraftKings had Josh holding a crown with Patrick Mahomes in the background. I want to know what Josh Allen has done to get that crown from Patrick Mahomes. Was it the last 4 times they played in the playoffs?
Yeah. No.
And the last 2 times he had a chance to beat him in the playoffs with the ball with 2 minutes left? I don't think so.
Well, speaking of game of the year, who do y'all think was game of the year last year then? Because my personal pick was Commanders Bears, Hail Mary.
It was a low scoring game though.
Yeah, so it wasn't an exciting game. It was a boring game until the Hail Mary. But like I was trying to think back, like, what was the game of the year? Even like
Ravens make the argument that it was
last
opening
year.
night.
Yeah, Ravens, Chiefs, or honestly, Rams, Eagles in the playoffs. That snow game was really good.
Yeah, that was. But yeah, it was kind of.
Yeah. But okay, Matt, I'm like torn between because there's a like half of me that is with you on that because Josh has never beaten Mahomes when it matters most, and that to me is like what sports is supposed to be about. It's like okay, like in any sport, that's what it's been about. Okay, yeah, you're good in the regular season, but you haven't done anything when it matters. But on the other side of me, it's like okay, but I feel like sometimes or recently people talk about Mahomes like he won the Super Bowl, like he did get the whole three-peat. Like, oh, the Mahomes crown or da. It's like he was down 40-6 in the Super Bowl. And I think that has to matter at least a little bit. And I think it muddies the waters with these debates when Josh Allen has been so consistently great these past few years. And Mahomes is the one that has like the better infrastructure around him as far as the coach. And, you know, he at his first year starting, he inherits Kelsey and Hill. Allen inherits Sean McDermott. So I feel like it's a closer conversation than either side really makes it seem.
No, I'm with you. I will say Josh has always had a better defense than Patrick, statistically speaking. Eye test, maybe not so much last year. But statistically speaking, every single year Josh has had a higher ranked defense.
Bunch of these nerds and stats, dude.
Yeah.
Defense over the Bills.
But
yeah, and Steve Spagnuolo, Chris Jones. In the playoffs, I'm taking them over anybody the Bills have had.
I agree. But I will say, as much as I like you know, you got to take the crown from Patrick. I do believe that Josh will beat him in the playoffs at some point. I'm hoping it's not this year. I do believe Josh is going to win multiple Super Bowls too. Like he's that guy. And he he is so good. He is the quarterback that scares me the most.
Matt, like, very respectable, mature fan take. Honestly, just a round of applause for that. I feel like most fans would never admit something like that.
I would never say that. Included. One, because he hasn't done it yet, and he's had 76 chances to do it. So I'm like, why would I think you're going to do it all of a sudden to win multiple Super Bowls? I think the Bills are just never going to win one, and I don't think he's going to change that. So
I would love that.
I mean,
I got to be honest. I don't really hate Josh Allen or the Bills, though. I really don't. Like all my hatred is towards the Bengals because of one playoff game from 4 years ago.
Good question. Do we think the Bills are the most universally loved team?
currently until they actually win one. If they
Probably,
win the
yeah.
Super Bowl,
So
then everybody will flip. Yeah.
Anytime they lose a playoff game to the Chiefs, the NFL changes the rules in their favor. So yeah, I think they're
That's
most
true.
universally
Yeah.
loved.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's been the Lions like the last 2 years though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
'cause they were
Lions more so
so
than the
down
Bills.
for so long.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the
The
Commanders,
Bills and Lions have been the top two.
Yeah.
Commanders are up there too.
Yeah, recently.
All right, and then just the last night, so we're filming this on Tuesday night. A really boring game for the first 3 quarters,
yeah.
and then it turned into a really exciting game. That was the Vikings and the Bears. Vikings 27, Bears 24. Bears find another way to lose it again. What do we think about this game?
Yeah, like I said yesterday while we were texting, I was like, it was the biggest flip of 2 quarterbacks I've ever had in the shortest span of time.
Yeah.
Like JJ McCarthy looked like he didn't know how to play quarterback in the first half. And Caleb Williams starts 9 for 9, 10 for 10, something like that, perfect. And I was like, oh, Ben Johnson fixed him. Second half comes around. It was like another Freaky Friday moment. They switch bodies. Like JJ McCarthy just kind of like locked in. The game, it seemed like the game slowed down for him. He knew what he was doing. It just kind of calmed down, got everybody involved, and they looked like a solid team. And the Vikings defense is still the Vikings defense. It looks solid. And the Bears just absolutely blew it. Like
They did.
they suck again. And it's just
Yeah.
funny to laugh about now because it's the Bears. But yeah, it was a fun game in that aspect. Like watching the tides flip that fast, like
Yeah.
it was insane.
I think that's a difference in coaching. The Bears came out hot. That's the game script right there. The first 15 plays there, they came out looking great. And Kevin O'Connell, he adjusted, and he's the better coach, obviously, by far. And I really think that's what it comes down to. It's just a masterclass in coaching by him. And the Bears.
I mean,
are
with the Bears, how do you not tell Santos to kick the ball out of bounds?
He can't. Oh, out of bounds. I think
Just kick it out of bounds and just take that penalty. All right, they
Yeah.
get the ball on the 40, but
Yeah.
get the 2
There was
minute warning.
another one too that was like just kick the ball. The kicker can kick the ball 2 feet in front of him and grab it.
Yeah. Just
Oh.
do that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that
ball
was
40.
confusing to me. But honestly, Caleb Williams, I'm a little bit concerned about him. He's talented, obviously. I mean, he makes like 5 plays a game where it's like, yeah, maybe like 7 other quarterbacks in the league can do
Mhm.
that. But it seems like he really struggles with a lot. He misses a lot of easy throws. And I mean, I don't know if any of y'all saw that article that got like posted about what the Bears coaches last year were saying about him and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
To me, it just seems like he doesn't have it like between the ears. So
Mhm.
made me really regret picking the Bears in the team draft.
Yeah.
Not bringing up the team draft, but I was just
Caleb
kicking myself.
Williams. Caleb Williams. We should make that thing.
I think Caleb is Anthony Richardson with hype as a first overall pick.
That
Like,
is a take.
what's
bro.
the difference? They
Wow.
won the same amount of games. They
Flip
missed
that.
easy throws, bad at like they're the exact same person in my eyes.
So then, okay, how is it that it seems pretty consistently like the NFL draft, group think, whatever, because he was like universally heralded as like, oh, can't miss, da 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 da. How is it that so many people just didn't see this? You know?
It happens all the time. It's so hard
Yeah.
to know what's between these guys' ears.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's just crazy looking at it now. Because I think if there's a redraft, Jaden obviously goes number 1.
Well, that's
But-
why it looks worse because like let's do that exercise. Like redraft, like everyone, like if you could redraft the sophomore QBs this year, so the 2024 class, how would you redraft them? David, you start.
Jaden 1. I'm just 1 through 6, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to put Bo last, so I can't. So I'm gonna go Jaden 1. I'm gonna go Penix 2. I'm gonna go Bo 3. I'm gonna go Caleb, and then McCarthy. There's one that I forgot. Oh, May. My bad. I forgot about May. Hold on. Scratch that. I'm going Jaden 1, Penix 2. I'll put May 3, Bo 4, Caleb 5, and JJ 6, just because he's only played 1 game.
I'm the exact same with you.
I would agree.
That's how I would do it.
I'm surprised Penix is so high.
Yeah.
I mean, he played
He's
2
just
games
talented.
last year.
Honestly, like and his deep throwing and stuff. I don't know. To
If
me,
you
it seems
remember
like he's
that
not
that Commanders Falcons game, like he played so good against the Commanders, and I was like, oh, he actually might be good. And then this week 1 game against the Bucks, who were supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, were
I think we're being victims of the moment a little bit too much. I go Jaden 1, I go Bo still 2.
Yeah.
I'll go May 3, then Penix, McCarthy, and Caleb.
Caleb last?
Yeah.
Okay, Brett, why?
I watched like 2 minutes of his all 22 film today, and he missed so many open guys, like legitimately wide open guys. And that's easy for me to say, look, I'm not playing, right? But it's like very open throws that he blatantly missed, and it was brutal to watch.
You have to make him in the NFL. The fourth down one that he missed was bad, and then that fake screen he has him up the seam to DJ Moore. That's a touchdown. He misses that. Like 20 other quarterbacks make that throw on the back shoulder on a laser, and he just lofted it out of the back of the end zone. It's like you don't do that in the NFL. I kind of agree. I might drop Caleb down further too. I might be with you on that.
Yeah, you know what, Brett? Yeah, I'm gonna take your list just because you had Bo at 2. So do you guys think Ben Johnson's gonna like bench Caleb because he seemed mad on the sidelines last night?
I think he can't. I think he has to play the season out with them.
He has to do at least this year and half of next year, I think.
Yeah, he has to rock out the rest of the season and show all of Chicago that he's horrible. Be like, look, I did it. I mean, they have to switch from being a pass first quick game team to a run first deep shot team. I think that's the only chance they have.
All right, gentlemen, what a week 1.
All the games.
That was our first segment. Trust me, the next 4 segments will be shorter than the first one combined. So stay with us here.
Nope. Hey, each segment gets longer and longer, so you guys get comfortable.
5 hours from now. This is like a Joe Rogan podcast times 2.
Yeah.
4-hour podcast.
All right, so segment number 2, I'll kick it to you, David. We're just gonna have our teams picks and parlay update here. How we
All
do,
right, guys? Go ahead and share my screen. You guys, let me know. Can everybody see this? Viewers, we good?
We're good. Chat, light us up. How are we good, chat?
All right, so here we go. So the picks last week, Grant won. He went 11-5 with his picks against the spread. Shout out to Grant. I would say his best picks were picking the Raiders, picking the Jaguars, picking the Chargers, because only he and Brett picked them. So yeah, Grant's 11-5. He's winning the team draft. Matt, only other person above 500, went 9-7. He struggled in the beginning.
I sure did
at the end, but very strong in the middle, as you can see right there. He got, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 games right in a row, from the Jacksonville, Carolina game all the way to Tennessee, Denver. So he did very well on Sunday. And then Brett and myself are tied at 7-9, and Aaron bringing up the rear at 6-10. So week 1, honestly, this isn't that bad for any of us. We're all pretty much in the running still. The past couple of years, obviously this is our first year doing this publicly, but there's been times where I go 3-13 or something horrible like that. So 7-9, 6-10, it's below 500, but I mean, we're all still in the running for the season. So, but Grant won.
Bravo.
This week. Grant, you have anything to say about your week 1 performance?
Atlanta, I mean, I thought I had Atlanta in the bag and Chicago in the bag. So those were kind of unfortunate. So I thought I could have done better, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, you still did really good. I thought I had Seattle in the bag. I thought I had Chicago for sure. And I think that's it for me. Yeah, I felt really good about those ones, but didn't happen.
You didn't give me any praise for being the only one to pick Minnesota.
You know what, Aaron? That's a great point.
Aaron, you went 6 and
praise. Let's give praise to Aaron.
Yeah, you don't get
the only one to
praise.
pick Minnesota. There you go, Aaron.
I struggled a lot.
Praise.
Praise. All right, team draft. So I've talked about this a lot in this podcast, but I'm already having deep regrets about my picks. Matt and Grant tied for the lead. Just looking at it right now, I would say Rams 4th round looks like a steal. It looked like a steal right after we finished the draft, but it looks good now. Matt, that Jaguars pick is looking potentially promising. I'm not going to make too many grand declarations after 1 week against the Panthers, but they looked way better than last year. The Vikings looks like a good pick as well, and the Raiders, I would say. Just looking at this, I mean, I think I've mentioned this before, but I think it's kind of shocking that no one picked the Colts. All of the 6th-round teams, Browns, Titans, Giants, Panthers, Jets, no wins there. If any one of us had taken the Colts, we would have a win in that last round. Speaking for myself, yeah, the Texans in the 3rd round and the Bears in the 4th round, I think might sink me this year. It's only 1 week. Things can change, but I'm just not feeling good about it. If I could do it over, I would take the Jaguars over the Bears. Oh wait, no, we went that way.
Yeah.
I would take the Rams over the Bears. I would take the Falcons. I would take quite a few teams, but again, it's only 1 week, so
I mean, if you look back at the team draft, you see when it comes to me on the Rams, and I asked, like in disbelief, are the
Yeah.
Rams still available?
Yep.
Like,
it doesn't make sense looking at it. Steelers,
yeah, like I would take the
Jaguars.
Rams like up until before the tech, like even at my Bengals pick. That's
Yeah.
when I would take the Rams. Like that's when they should have
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
somewhere around that area. So
we all really dropped the ball on this one. But
Yeah.
all right, that's a team draft update, and then I'm gonna flip over to the parlay tracker. So the safe slip,
Can
we
I
went
say
4 out of
something
5.
first? Can I say something first?
Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
You're gonna
I just wanna-
apologize? I want to hear you apologize.
To our family, friends, the people that saw this and were riding with us, and to you guys.
Mhm.
I finished out the last season losing, and I have not stopped. So I'm sorry,
Hey,
but that's all.
Aaron, you know what? You are consistent, my friend. All right,
I
and
appreciate that.
there's something to be said for that. It's good to know what we're dealing with. So thank you for that at least. But yeah, Aaron took obviously Detroit money line. Looked hopeful for about 5 minutes, and then as the game started going, it was like, all right, yeah, the Lions aren't winning this game. So went 4 out of 5, which is pretty strong. Hopefully we hit this week.
Before
And
the
our-
game, before the Detroit game, like we had kind of a juicy cash out too. So it's like it was a bummer. But as soon as the game started, Packers scored first drive and it was just done.
Yeah, it was downhill from there. With our Hail Mary, shout out Matt and Grant. They both hit their Hail Marys. Like Buka, 2 touchdowns. I mean, if we had like picked that would have given us crazy odds. But yeah, Jameson Williams, not even close. Bad pick by me. Brett, Jaden Daniels, feel like it was a solid pick, but just didn't happen. And then Aaron, Tyler Warren had an end zone target that was right there, but it seemed like PI to me. They didn't call it, but yeah. So that's how we did. Hopefully we do better this week too.
And
what's up?
I want to follow in Aaron's footsteps here and his humility and just apologize. I shouldn't have picked Jaden Daniels when we already had a commander for a touchdown too. So that's on me. I'll get better. I'm gonna get in the lab. I'm gonna study some film, and Aaron and I are gonna come back bigger and better than ever.
I would
No,
apologize
Brett,
if
that's so
Debo
beautiful.
Samuel doesn't score.
Here on the Cover 5 podcast, we believe in accountability. We believe in being better. We believe in going back and watching the film, and we believe in brighter tomorrows. So week 2, we're coming back stronger. We're gonna hit one of those parlays, and that concludes the second segment.
Okay.
Love it. All right, segment 3. Matthew, we're kicking it to you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, today we're going to be looking at the upcoming week parlays and kind of go through some of our favorite picks. So again, everyone see those parlays. I'm going to share it for a little bit for the audience to kind of look at the lines that we are using for this, just so, because lines obviously fluctuate a bit. So we're going to make sure you guys know what lines we are picking against. So I'll go ahead and just kick it off and share the 3 that I like the most. And I'll keep this pretty short. The ones I like the most is I would say Cleveland to cover against Baltimore. I just think that's a really tough emotional game. The Ravens just lost, and I really think they're going to come out flat. And I got to be honest, I would not be surprised if we look up on Red Zone with 6 minutes left in the third quarter and be like, are the Browns about to win this game? My next one is Tampa Bay over Houston. I'm the opposite of Grant. I think that Tampa Bay is good. And honestly, if Tampa Bay was a 2.5-point favorite, I would have picked them as well. So getting the free points as an underdog, give me that all day. Last one I'm going to go with is Chargers over Raiders. I just believe in the Raiders. I think Justin Herbert just played the game of his life. Jesse Mentor called a great game as well. And no shade at all, but it's hard to do that 2 weeks in a row.
But you're taking the Raiders over the Chargers?
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders to cover against the Chargers. And all those picks are covering, just to clarify, it's not the money line picks.
Yeah. I'll go real quick. So I love Atlanta plus 4.5 this week. I love Denver minus 2.5 this week.
Me too.
And I love Grant doesn't like that. And I love Tennessee plus 5.5 at home.
Okay.
Cam Ward's got the jitters from the first game out. He just played a Mile High at elevation versus the the best defense in the league. He gets to play at home now. I think he comes back and they at least cover.
I agree with that. For mine, Brett, I echo you with the Broncos. I think our defense against Daniel Jones, I think we'll win that game by a field goal. I like the Patriots to win outright against the Dolphins. They're 1.5 point underdogs, and I just think they're going to beat the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins want to play football. On Sunday, they look like a team that was surprised to find out that they had to play a game, and I think that the Patriots are going to beat them. And then for my last one, I like the Chiefs as underdogs against the Eagles. I don't see a world where the Chiefs start off 0-2.
All right, Aaron, let's kick it to you. Who you got?
Yes, sir. I got my New England Patriots. I'm glad we're playing Miami, so we can get a win on the board. I think that's going to be pretty easy for us, and yeah, I really like that matchup. I like the Chicago and Detroit matchup. I think Detroit's going to blow them out. And honestly, I think Week 1 was a wake-up call, and I think they're going to come out stronger on both sides of the ball. And then the last one, I like Tampa Bay too. Tampa Bay and Houston, man. I'm a big Mbuka fan, and I like Baker. I also got him on my fantasy team.
Okay.
And I think they'll cover that. Well, they're actually the underdogs, but I think they'll beat Houston by 3.
How do you say his name?
Mbuka? Isn't that his name? Mbuka? Emeka Mbuka?
It's just
The G is
Ibuka.
silent.
Yeah.
I didn't say the
Gronkowski.
G.
You
Did
guys
I?
see that? Gronkowski said his name wrong like 3 different times.
Yeah.
3 different ways.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna, Aaron. Just keep that in mind when you say his name.
There we go.
So yeah, Grant, you're last up, buddy. What you got?
I
What you
like
got?
all of the underdog. Week 2 is the week of the underdogs.
Yeah.
I think. I think you could I think if you just bet every underdog to cover, that you'll go above 500. Like I love Washington. 3.5 points is like crazy. I love the Patriots. How were the Dolphins favored after losing to the Colts?
Brother, that's a
Good
good
question.
Like, how are they favored? That makes no sense to me. And then what was the other one I was looking at? Give me a second. Oh, it was the Jags, of course. When are the Bengals beating anybody by 4 points? They couldn't score against the Browns, and their defense is horrible, and their offense isn't convincing until like week 9 every single year. So, yep, those are my big 3. And I'm gonna probably bet. I'm going mostly, and if I could do a money line bet, throw in the Colts too. Just get that in there too. Colts
Hurts.
against the Broncos. Yeah.
Well, hey, we will
Alt-line.
be
Actually alt-line then to cover by 14.5. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
bet.
Such a hater pick.
That's that, man.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
we will post all of our picks Thursday before the first game kicks off. So follow who you want to follow, or just go the opposite of that person. Yeah. Either way, we'll see. Let's make money this week, though.
Just fade Aaron. You'll make him millions.
Yeah.
third.
All right, that's it, boys.
Right on. All right, segment 4. This is fun. So we did this last week. We're having the draft of the week. So David, I think you're running this,
I am.
and you're the only person, right, that knows the prompt for this.
I am, and I'm also not drafting. So it's just you 4. I'll intro the prompt, and then I'll start the draft. I think Grant should pick first because he won the pick'em this past week. So we can go Grant, and then Matt, and then Aaron, and then Brett. So Brett, you'll pick twice.
We
So-
should figure out somehow to have, like, before you announce what it is, like
Yeah.
on the Instagram poll, whoever votes and whoever
Mhm.
wins it, or whoever, let's just say the biggest loser, right, that gets the
Mm.
least amount of votes, there should be some sort of punishment, like something small that they have to do on the next week's pod. We should talk about
Okay.
that though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great to me.
All about punishments. Yeah.
All
Let's do
about
it.
All about punishments, consequences, and public humiliation. So
And accountability. Don't forget about
and
that.
accountability. Yeah,
and
definitely.
humility.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing
Well
good.
balanced. Yeah.
Yeah, we got morals. All right, so I'll intro the prompt. I had like 10 different ideas, but I decided to go with one that isn't very funny, but I think is just interesting. So our prompt for the draft this week. All right, again, Grant, you're going first. So when I intro it, start thinking. We are going to draft current NFL teams. So 2025 season, current NFL teams with the twist. You get to add one legend from that team to put on this year's team, for example. if I was going to draft the 2025 Patriots, I would say, all right, but I'm putting Tom Brady on the 2025 Patriots. I wouldn't pick them because I don't think that I still don't think they'd be that good. The defense is horrible, and maybe Brady would make them like 10-7 in a wild card exit, right? So again, you're drafting 2025 NFL teams. You get to bring back one legend, offense or defense, doesn't matter, for this season. That's the prompt. So to help you a little bit, because I've thought about a lot of different ones that would be really good, you should lean towards teams that are already good or like, elite or pretty good, and like one player could kind of tip them over the edge. You don't want to be thinking about the Saints with Drew Brees because that wouldn't really do much for them. Okay, so
Ready.
yeah, I will get off my soapbox now, and Grant, you can make your pick.
Bills, OJ Simpson.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. He's
All right,
just
Matt.
a two-headed monster there. Okay.
I think that's gonna get some good likes on Instagram. Just that could be a
That was
good.
I gotta
when
be
you
honest,
said
I
it,
was not ready.
it was
for
like
that.
not a second that passed when you said, but you get to the legend. It was like Bills, OJ Simpson. It was like the ghost of OJ entered my body and
I
told
think
me.
I
that's
know who
what
your
need to
second pick might be. Might be a Patriots tight end. Um,
You
Yeah,
have to
with-
stick with
And
it.
hey, third might be a Ravens linebacker.
yeah. Man.
Oh, who's going next?
That's
Matt's up.
me. I'm on the clock. So I'm going to stick with my Chiefs. I talked about it earlier in the pod, and their pass rush is lacking. Give me Derek Thomas, one of the best natural pass rushers of all time. Tragically died young during his playing career. Just a mammoth out there.
Strong pick. That's Von Miller's favorite player of all time. All
Nice.
right, Aaron, you're up.
I mean, David, you kind of said it in the beginning, but I'm gonna go with my New England Patriots, and we're putting the GOAT there. This is why when you bring a guy like Tom Brady in the conversation, it boosts everybody else. It boosts the defense and the offense. We've seen what Brady can do with nothing. So I'm going Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time. And we didn't even have Christian Gonzalez, so I forgot to say that earlier.
Aaron, he even gave you a prompt. He even tried to help you out.
Yeah, I tried to help you.
He
You know what,
said-
Aaron, I'm just happy that you didn't say Patriots and give me Cam Newton. 2021 Cam Newton.
Bro, I
right.
hated that season, man. That was terrible.
Also, we got a little like country accent from Aaron there too.
Right.
Oh, twang on that.
You know, I got several accents I could do, but
There's something- All right, your next pick. You got to announce it.
no.
I get two, right?
You got two back to back. There's some strong picks on the board.
I gotta go. So, do I just take? I'm tempted just to take two QBs and go chalk, right? Because that's the best way. I mean, quarterback means the most.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go. This is easy. I mean, I'm gonna go John Elway for the Broncos. They have a great team. And I'm between two for the second. They're both Niners players.
You go John Elway before Peyton.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm surprised I didn't do 2013 Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, he was still at the end of his career.
Yeah,
So,
but
I'll take
I think I'd still take him over John.
Yeah, man. Hey, that Peyton Manning I think is better than any version of Elway. But Brett, this is your team, so
This is
You know,
your
Peyton-
squad.
Come to think of it, Peyton got old really quick in those years of the Broncos.
yeah, he was washed like 1 year after that. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, his neck gave out. Gosh. All right, I'm just gonna go Joe Montana for the Niners.
Okay.
Solid pick.
I thought about doing Jerry Rice to mix it up with the receiver, but I'll go Joe Montana.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do Jerry Rice with the Niners.
Two
Yeah.
very respectable picks. Aaron, you're back.
Okay.
Hey, this round right here is where championship teams are made. All right, the second round.
Right.
In your
Wait.
Australian accent.
I already I can't use the Chiefs, right?
No, the Chiefs are off the board.
Oh, you can't use the Chiefs and use.
Oh,
a
so
different
only
player.
one per team too?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I definitely should have clarified that. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Once the
is
team's
taken-
gone, it's gone. Okay.
Imagine
Yeah.
a Jamal Charles on that team.
That's what I was gonna pick if I
Woo,
could.
Jamal Charles. Yeah.
I
that was-
almost considered it in the first
Okay.
pick too.
Let me see. Let me. My football knowledge sometimes be struggling. All right, but here we go. Let's go. Came back quick. Oh, okay. Now let's go Ravens. And let's throw Ray Lewis there in the middle, big
Good
dog.
pick. That's one
That's
I
what I
thought.
wanted.
Ray Lewis or Ed Reed on this year's Ravens.
I wanted that to fall back up to me.
Make
so.
a good even better.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. All right.
A lot of
man.
role models we have on this draft.
Yep.
Did that make up for my first pick, David?
Good.
Not quite, but you know you're headed in the right direction.
Yeah. Man, this is that extra wrinkle of I can't pick the same team is kind of throwing me off here. I got to be honest.
Sorry, Matt.
No, you're good. I'm trying to think who do I believe in as a bad quarterback? I don't believe in anyone. Everyone sucks except the Chiefs, right?
I wish there was ever a good Bears quarterback. Like
I
feel like
know that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
I
like-
can't go Jim McMahon. That's terrible.
Mitch Trubisky,
Right.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutlets. You know, I'm gonna go, and I believe in this guy, but I'm gonna go Buccaneers and give me old Tom Brady. I still believe in Baker, but it's old Tom Brady.
I agree. You
It's
can't go
right
wrong with
there
Tom.
for you, dude.
That's a good pick. It's a good pick, Matt. So Brady really is the GOAT. He went twice in this draft with two different teams.
Aaron could have went Tom and Tom.
You could have, Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Not a
true.
real one, Aaron.
Wait, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yep. Last pick.
All right, last pick. I'm going the Washington Redskins and Sean Taylor.
Mm.
Get that boy a ring.
Yep.
OJ Simpson and Sean Taylor on a graphic. That's wild.
Hey, man.
It would be associated.
Hey, but honestly,
Death in the light.
like Brett might win this poll just because of name value, but I feel like you guys all picked pretty solid selections.
Who did we miss since you had time to think about it?
So I was between Ray Lewis and Ed Reed with the Ravens was like the one that I thought that y'all weren't gonna say. I thought about JJ Watt on the Texans just because JJ Watt, Will Anderson, and Hunter would be like impossible to block. I thought about Warren Sapp on the Buccaneers next to Vita Vea. What else did I think about? Those are really the main ones.
I wanted to do Randy Moss.
Micah
but I was
Parsons
just like
Cowboys.
Yeah. Or hey, where on the Cowboys?
T.O. on the Cowboys. Get a receiver who
Michael
can
Irvin.
catch.
Randy
Yeah.
Moss on the Vikings though. Jay Jettis and Randy.
Yeah, it'd be
Honestly,
insane, but it's
actually,
like-
Emmett Smith on the Cowboys is what we should have gone with.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of like big name legends that I feel like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they're on the team. I mean, most of the quarterbacks too. Like if you have Peyton on the Colts, like who knows? It's a toss
Yeah,
up.
or I mean, hey, Dan Marino on the Dolphins throwing to Waddle and Tyreek.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure.
It's gonna happen.
All right, boys. That's fun. I love that every
That was a
week.
good one.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, last one to cap the podcast off here. We're gonna go to our parlays of the week. Can I get someone to share their screen? Or actually, we don't have to share the screen here. We'll just name it off, and then we can post something later. But let's do this. Gibson, let's start with our safe slip, and go ahead and give us what you got for the safe pick. Your safe pick of the week.
Yeah, my safe pick of the week is gonna be Drake May, 220 plus passing yards. If Danny Dimes can light up the Dolphins, why can't Drake May? That's simple as that.
I like it. Aaron, what you got?
I got call me crazy, but I got Jacksonville money line.
Safe.
Good play.
Yeah, remind me of the
Safe play. Should you just take the points?
Jags are
The
playing the
safe slip?
Bengals.
Yeah, take the points.
Yeah, take the point. Get the 4 points.
Aaron, I know you're really good at this, but let's take the points.
All right. I'll take the points.
Is it a 3.5? Right? Is that the
Yeah.
line?
Yeah, 3.5.
You know the DK ghost leg thing? Have you guys seen that? Where it's basically like if you miss one of your legs on a parlay, you get the full payout. It was literally made for our setup.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need that.
Aaron, I just love picking on you, man. I'll do mine. I got everyone else is hurt, so I'm gonna go CMC anytime touchdown.
It's a good one. Who are the Niners playing again? Oh, the Titans, right? No,
No, the Saints,
Saints. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a good one.
right?
Maybe a touch on the first quarter.
I think so. Yeah, I think they play the Saints. Like
Yeah,
80%.
yeah. The Rams are playing the Titans.
Yeah, they play.
All right, mine. I'm going Chiefs money line, just because I just don't think that they're going to start 0-2.
Wow.
You guys like it, or you guys want me to change it?
That's fine. I think that line's going to be at 1. That's going to be a fluctuating. It might be even by the time of kickoff, so I'm fine with money line.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I
I
think the Eagles blow them out. But
I personally
That's
will
just
never
me.
put the Chiefs in a pick for accountability purposes because I just know I gotta keep my heart out of it. But
That's fair.
I agree with you though.
I don't think
I
that's
want
a
to
winning
agree.
bet, but I'm fine with you taking it. I can be wrong.
All right, Brett, Aaron.
All right, Grant, I think it's yours now.
Oh, I'm going Colts Broncos under.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
They don't score. That line should be set at 18.5, I think, and it's at like 43 or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Grant finds new ways to like throw shade at Bo Nix. Cracks
He
me
does,
up.
man. He does. Hey,
What's
you know
that
what?
line?
I know I said I'm not gonna defend Bo Nix, but that's after this podcast. Bo Nix is not writing back this year. You write him off, he's not writing back.
Grant, what's that line? The over under.
42.5.
Okay.
That's what I see right now.
Okay.
All
Love
right.
it.
And now our Hail Mary parlay. I'll lead this off. I think I took an alt line on the Lions team total. I think they're going to go over 29.5. So they're going to go 30 or more points this week. Because I think it's going to be a bounce back week for them. Versus the Bears, they're at home. If the Vikings can score 27, then the Lions can score 30. That's like plus 140. So it's nothing crazy. Let's go, David.
All right. My pick, which I'm fully willing to be talked out of, was Rashad Bateman anytime touchdown.
Oh.
I actually like it.
They're playing the Browns. I feel like the Ravens might put up a lot of points in this game. And if that happens, I think a couple random receivers are going to catch a touchdown.
I think there might have only been 20 other people that have said that sentence before. I'm betting a Rashad Bateman anytime touchdown.
That's how you know you need to call a number and have a problem.
Yeah.
Hey, it hit me today. I felt like I had some kind of premonition. I was like, I just feel like Rashad Bateman's going to score. But again,
I'll rock with it.
The spirit led you, David.
Okay.
All right.
Aaron, what you got?
Let's keep
Okay. So I wrote down 2. Let me know if I'm crazy for this first one, then we'll go to my backup one. Kyron Williams, 2+ touchdowns.
The Titans have a very good rush defense.
Okay, we'll
It was a
scrap
low
that.
scoring
Let's
game.
go. We'll scrap that. Let's go Calvin Ridley anytime touchdown for a Hail Mary.
Sure, why
Yeah,
not?
let's do that one.
I don't even know. Yeah.
I'm
Who
fine.
do they
with it.
play?
Yeah.
Every time I
They
say
play the
it,
Rams.
they play the Rams.
I like that because he played. As long as Emmanuel Forbes is guarding him, then we should be good.
Yeah,
That guy's horrible.
I like it. Grant, what you got?
I'm gonna go with a DJ Moore touchdown.
Is he healthy? Wasn't he like coming out for a
Oh,
second?
Yeah, like
Oh yeah, he did get absolutely murdered. I forgot.
he
about
came
that.
back in the game.
Yeah, he
Hospital
did.
ball. Okay, yeah, I think he'll be fine. I like him. I think the Lions defense isn't that great, so I think
Yeah,
he can.
and the Bears
And
are
you can
fine
get one like
back.
a run or jet sweep. They're gonna dial something up cute against the Lions. So
Ben Johnson revenge game.
yeah.
And I'll wrap it up. This honestly could have even been in the safe slip. I didn't go too risky, but I'm going Josh Allen anytime touchdown. I just think he's a goal line merchant. I mean, look at what he did in that game the other day. If they get within 5 yards, he's trying to run it in.
Yeah, that's got to
James.
be like less than even. That's got to be like minus 200. I feel like.
I think when I saw it, it was actually at plus 100.
Oh really? Well,
Yeah.
Plus money.
Jackson
Makes it a Hail Mary in my eyes.
Jackson has a minus 110 right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it's probably because they're playing the Jets. I feel like Josh tends to run more when it's like a must-win game,
True.
like high stakes kind of thing.
True. All right, boys. That was fun. That was segment 5. That's all we got. Did we miss anything before we need to close out for the day?
Nope. We covered 5.
Covered 5. Everybody do the Caleb Williams. Caleb.
I will not do that on principle.
Covered 5. Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good week, and
So,
we'll
guys, much love.
we'll
Sir.
see you.
Peace.